Hi. It is, what is today? Thursday, March 16th? No. Hold on. Gotta get the date right. Yes. Thursday, March 16th, after I'm back home, obviously. After my egg retrieval yesterday, Wednesday, March 15th in Irvine. Yesterday was a blur, just like any other time, really, but my mom took off and came with me, so we drove up there together early as heck, but still also late. The time is really jacking me up. The time difference for California is really jacking me up. But we left early in the morning. This is the first time that I had her or anybody really come and drive along with me or ride along with me to my appointments. This is the first time, and this is like feels like my 20th appointment. I don't know. But, yeah, it was our first time, and it was like exciting. I was glad to have her with me. I'm glad she was able to come. On the way there, we just hung out, talked, listened to podcasts. It was pouring raining yesterday. So a majority of the drive, it was just like blah. The sun wasn't out. It was pouring, cloudy, just my kind of weather. I like it, but not necessarily like while driving from state to state. So there was that. But we did catch two very vivid, beautiful rainbows. Like you could see all the colors. I've never seen a rainbow so vivid that you can actually see the violet in it. Like I've never seen a rainbow with violet. So pretty. So I think we both kind of took that as a sign that it was going to be a good day. My appointment was scheduled for 11 a.m. I needed to be there by 10:30. And we were going to make it there just right on time. The traffic also, per usually, really jacked me up. It set me back several minutes, but I was able to kind of make up those minutes in between with a little bit of speed. But as soon as we pulled up, didn't have time really for anything. I had to hop out of the car and go right up because we made it there on time, but going all the way up through the building and getting there, I was a few minutes late. Plus we needed to stretch and use the restroom and all the things, right? So get up there, and I don't know why I thought that I had to be there by 10:30 so that I could do like my blood work first, and then they would call me back for my egg retrieval. I don't know why. I don't remember doing that the first time. So, but that's what I thought. It took me forever because I had some consent forms that they had sent the night before that I didn't see, and you have to do it on digitally. Like they prefer not to print it out and like have you sign it right there. Everything is done digitally. So that took me forever because the app wasn't working. I couldn't log in. It was like slow. Um, by the time I did get that done and we went and sat down, they called me. Like I had to get right back up and they called me. And so I just got up and left thinking that I was going to do blood work and then come right back and then leave again. No. As soon as we got there, they're like, okay, let's get you ready for the egg retrieval. And I was like, well, shoot. Didn't really get to tell my mom that or anything, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird and it all happened very fast. Um, just like before, when they took me back, I was kind of the first one back there. But quickly after me, there were other women like coming in, piling in for their procedures, whatever they're going to have, a transfer or um, egg retrieval. And just like the last time, there was one woman who I could hear just kind of like not as bad as the first time. She wasn't like wailing and crying and screaming for minutes at a time, but she was in pain. And I'm just like, oh gosh, here we go again. It just wasn't that bad. And they didn't put her next to me when she came out, but I could tell she was in pain. Um, so I was just like, okay, it's all right. She's fine. I'm fine. Everybody's fine. Um, I probably laid back there waiting for, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe? 10 to 15 minutes. I just relaxed and prayed. Um, when they did call me back, per usual, they make you change out of your socks into different socks, and then you have to put those feet into slippers, and then when you get to the operating or the procedure room, you have to change those slippers again into other slippers. They took me back there, got me ready. I prepared everything. Oh, I took my Tylenol kind of late. um, it was like an hour before rather than an hour and a half. So I was concerned that it wouldn't kick in time, but at least I took it. Prepared myself, my mind and my body for this is going to hurt. Um, Considering like my experience with the PRP really, really hurt. But my first egg retrieval, it wasn't that bad at all. So, but I was still like mentally preparing like this is going to hurt. So just be ready. Go in there. Honestly, the part that hurts the most is that damn speculum and them cleaning your cervix. Oh my gosh. Pain. Pain, pain, pain. Hurts. And then it was the same scenario, same first doctor that came in. Not my doctor, but another doctor who I guess usually starts this. I just have to say he's terrible at ultrasounds. Like, I really wish that somebody else would take over the ultrasound part because he was struggling again to find my one follicle that we're going after at that point. Well, by Monday, my follicle was measuring at 20 millimeters. And I'm like, that's huge. If you can't find that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it has to be there, especially since I did everything to a T. I took my meds to prevent me from ovulating this time before. So it's there, and you got to find it. He still struggled, even though I could see it. I don't know what his deal was. And they finally called my doctor in, and he came right in. He took over the ultrasound, found the follicle. It was clear as day, vivid. It was there. Totally different from my last experience. I couldn't see anything before. I could see that follicle on the ultrasound screen, and then I could see them getting the catheter ready. So I'm like, okay, prepare because this is going to hurt. They put that long, thin catheter in and tapped it to go into the ovary, and that shit hurt. And I could feel the needle going in. That hurt. Um, and then I could see on the screen the follicle being aspirated. I think I'm using the right word. I've been using it, so you know what I mean. If it's not the right word, you know what I mean. Aspirated the entire follicle, and that hurt because I could feel the sucking pressure, and they have to make sure they get the entire follicle drained because you don't want to miss anything, right? So that suction, it was a slow and steady suction, but it was very uncomfortable. Didn't like that. Got that done and pulled everything out. And he's just like, okay. And everybody's like, okay. And I was like insistent that they tell me in the room. I didn't want a nurse telling me. I was like, yes or no. And the first doctor, he's just like, oh, well, they'll let you know. And as soon as he said that, my doctor was like, no, you can turn your head and look over to the left screen. So I, looked over to the left, and on this big like TV screen, I could see like the cells, like the petri dish or whatever. Um, and I could see the embryologist with another tube searching for the egg, and I could literally see my egg, go into the tube. And then my doctor was like, count. And another nurse said one. And so he's like, we got one. Congratulations. And I have to admit, I lost my mind. I was so incredibly happy. Like, I cried, and my doctor was just kind of like cleaning up and preparing, and he's just like, are you okay? And I was like, I couldn't even speak. And he's like, are you happy? And I was like, And he's like, good, congratulations. On to the next part. And so I was just like, I'm still like in disbelief. It's all very surreal. But um, this excitement and this feeling is totally different from the first time that I thought I had an egg. Obviously, because I saw it, I confirmed it in two different places. I saw the follicle on the ultrasound where before, like, I had lost it, so it wasn't there. And then I saw the cell itself. I saw my egg on TV. So confirmed. And then going back into recovery, I had a lot of pain, discomfort, cramping, soreness over to my right side, because that's where they got that egg, is from my right ovary, which is crazy because the right one has been quiet this entire time. It just has not produced anything. So I am shocked and grateful and happy. But back in recovery, they gave me a warm water bag and just let me relax for like 20 minutes. Um, and then the recovery nurse, was someone that didn't have a strong accent, and she was very thorough and aware to make sure that she had all of her correct notes and paperwork before she spoke to me about anything. And I really, really appreciated that. So she came back to talk to me, and was just like, so they did retrieve one egg. And I was like, okay. And I don't have to confirm that with you if I heard that correctly, because I confirmed it with the doctor already. So I was like, okay in that regard. She gave me basically my recovery paperwork and instructions, the same as before. I'm on 10 days of meds. One I'm familiar with, which is the estrase, that's the estrogen. And then the other is different. I'm not on, like, I don't know what Prevera is. I'm not on a double dose of estrogen. I'm on estrase and Prevera, which I have not had before. So 10 days of that, it's going to bring on my cycle. And then, of course, when the cycle starts, day one, I need to call them, schedule the appointment, and be there within the 3 days. And then they're going to start another monitoring cycle. But this time, this monitoring cycle is in preparation for transfer. So I'm now graduated into transfer cycle. I am curious. I don't understand what they're looking for necessarily for transfer, except for maybe endometrium thickness. But I don't know, it does say follicular ultrasound and blood work on transfer cycle appointments. So I'm not sure, but I'm gonna ride the wave. I'm gonna ask the questions because I have other things too. But I'm gonna ride the wave because if they're gonna look for like additional follicles, that's right on time. That's actually what I wanted because well, yeah, April is gonna be my third month after PRP, and I really, really wanted to see if there were gonna be any last hoorah results from that procedure. So I'm hoping that we can sneak something else in within that, honestly. Um, but yeah, so my embryo is growing right now, and I'm supposed to get an update to this afternoon to see how it's doing. One other thing was like while I was in the procedure room, another nurse came and asked me if I wanted to do a day 3 or a day 5 blast. And I was just like, and the doctor was just like, well, she only has one egg, so I would think that she'd want to do day 3, right? Like, and he was just like, would you agree? And I was like, yes, I do want to do it day 3. So basically, they're gonna watch my embryo grow for 3 days rather than 5, and then they're gonna freeze, and then carry on with the transfer. So, and I opted out of the PGTA testing because I only have one egg. What am I gonna do? Like I didn't want to mess with it at all. So I opted out of the PGTA. um, what else? Yeah, this is as far as I've gotten so far, and I am elated. Telling my mom that I had one, I was like, when I came out, she was kind of looking like, is everything okay? And I didn't say anything. I was just like, I wanted my clothes, like my sweatshirt and all my stuff. And I was like, let's go sit in the car. And so, like, we get to the elevators though, and I was like, they got one, and I saw it, and she was just so happy for me. And so, we went and celebrated by getting some lunch, my Korean fried chicken, and by then time was flying by and we needed to be back here in Arizona because we both had to work today, and so it was like I wish we had time to walk around and explore and stretch and do all of that, and I'm sorry that this has really been a turnaround trip, but we got to get back. And she's like, no, it's fine, it's not that bad, let's do it, like I'm following you. And I was like, cool. She's just like, I just have to say it, I know that you like. So I just got a message in my portal. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I am really, really nervous about what the message is, and I'm not sure if I should look at the message or wait for a call. They told me that they would call me today with the update. And I just tried to log into the portal and it's giving me some sort of like error, like it's loading, it won't let me in. So I wonder if that's just a sign that I need to wait. I'm so nervous. I wonder if they're gonna call me right now. Um, I think I had almost, yeah, I need to wait because the app isn't even working and I had just logged in. Um, yeah, I almost want to hear whatever it is from a person. That way I understand and then look at the whatever they posted. So I'm gonna wait, but I want them to call me right now. All right, well, she should call me, right? What if they don't call me? Maybe I'll just wait till I get home. When did I get that message? 5 minutes ago. Shit. Should I look? I'm gonna look. I can't wait. I want to know what's going on, but I can't get into the app. Patience. Get out. It's not working because you're not supposed to be in here. All right, I'll just wait until either I get a call or I get home. It is Friday, March 17th, and I've been kind of behind as far as like updating with what's been going on. So yeah, the last time that I videoed, I guess, was when I was waiting for the call from the lab about the embryo. They had uploaded results to my portal, but when I tried to log into the portal, it wouldn't let me. It was like, it just kept saying loading, 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 and it wouldn't let me. I got out and in a few times and it would not let me. So I took that as a sign as to just wait for someone to call me, and they never did. Yesterday, all day, they never called me. So those few hours that I was, nervous or worried about whatever, after a while I was just like, well, if something was not good, someone would have called me, right? So I ended up like resetting the app last night, like around 8 o'clock last night, and logged back in to see the results. I had two messages. Well, one was a message, one was like a lab results. And the message just was stating, let me see what it says exactly. The message was, good news, we were able to successfully recover an egg from your retrieval. We will continue to grow the egg and will do our best to help it become a viable day 3 embryo for transfer. A detailed 2-page report has been uploaded to your patient portal. Please open it and review your culture plan to ensure that it is correct. The current plan is to grow the embryo to the day 3 stage and freeze it for a further transfer without PGT testing. If this is incorrect, please let us know right away through email and phone call. We will not be able to accept any changes submitted after day 2 and will follow through as initially agreed. Your next report will come once the embryo has completed culture, usually around day 3 or 4. We can imagine it is very difficult, but until then, please sit tight. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out via the portal or email. Best regards, the IVF lab team. Your updates are sent on day 1 and day 7, Monday through Saturday by 5. Any updates scheduled for Sunday will be sent on Monday. So that was the first message that I got. And then the 2-page lab report, which I actually need to go back and look again because I only saw 1 page. But it just simply confirms that there was 1 egg retrieved. The culture plan is for a day 3 freeze, no PGT. And then it kind of gives you like a glossary, a key for like what some of these abbreviations mean. But on 3/15, so when I actually had the retrieval, I had a mature egg that was ready for insemination, ICSI, and then on March 16th, yesterday, the stage was fertilized and on the plan for culture, so just waiting. So that made me feel really good, and I was able to have a decent night's sleep because at least my egg was mature and it made it through the first night. So that was yesterday. Technically, well, not technically, today would be the second night. And so I'm not going to get any more updates until probably Monday, honestly, because it's Friday. Day 2. Day 3 is going to be Saturday, and they're not going to do an update on Sunday. So I'm guessing it'll be all day Saturday, and then they'll give me a result. But it'll be Monday. So I'm just so happy and proud that it made it through the first night. I just, there's always, I'm trying to prepare myself for each leg of the race, and this is a totally different leg that I have not experienced before. So it's all new nerves. I'm just hoping and praying that we can make it to 3. And then after we make it to 3, then we gotta work on the next leg. But in the meantime, like I mentioned before, I need to actually speak to a nurse again and ask them what the plan is to prepare for my transfer. Are they going to want to do some additional testing to see what my uterus looks like, see if there are kind of some obnoxious fibroids there, or if they can tell any signs of endo? So, what's today? It's Monday, March 20th. Monday, March 20th. And I'm really, really happy, I promise. I really am. Quick update on the embryo. I never got a call. I don't know why. Here's the thing, okay? Don't set the expectation that you're gonna do something when you know good and dang well it's gonna be something else. Because you know how I am about that. Like, I'm gonna take you up, I'm gonna take your word for it and expect a call if you say that you're gonna call me. I didn't get a call all weekend about the embryo. That's fine. It was only 3 days that I had to wait. I ended up logging in on Sunday night, and lo and behold, my final day 3 report was posted. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. No, Saturday. I logged in yesterday. The report had been posted Saturday night because that was day 3. And so all is well, all is great. My embryo made it through 3 days and it's frozen, waiting for me. So that is great news. I promise you, like, I'm over the moon about that. I'm so excited, and it's still like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. But today, I just got done Googling like the effects of hormones on the mental and emotional, because I swear I'm not crazy. I just want everybody to leave me alone. Like, nobody's even bothering me, and I want everybody to leave me alone. Please. Like, don't even think about texting me, calling me, speaking to me. I just don't want to deal with human beings. And nobody has even done anything. I just cannot. I'm so irritated. This is day 5 of the Pravera and estrase. So I was Googling what side effects mentally or like emotionally could these two things have, because I just cannot. And it's only day 5. I have 5 more days. I hate everything. Which, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know why I signed up for this. That's all pregnancy is mood and emotions and snacks. I can't get enough to eat. I ate a lot today. I had a really filling breakfast. I had a really filling lunch. I came home and had a sandwich and yogurt. And that was not that long ago. I'm hungry and I'm thinking about what I want to have for dinner. That's also something that, like, it gets to me. Some days I can just eat nothing, or like maybe a bowl of cereal all day. Other days it's like I haven't eaten in weeks. Yeah. I'm afraid of myself for the future. I already have an attitude. Like, how is this going to work with me being pregnant? How am I going to function? Aside from that, today was just a lot for a Monday. Today was a lot for a Monday. So yeah, that's the update. I've also been in my head about, okay, this shit is in fact getting real. Like, I made it past a really huge hurdle. I have a frozen embryo. Like, it went from 0 to like 60 in no time flat. I went from not having an egg to getting an egg to it being fertilized to it surviving. And now there is a strong possibility that this next part is the last part. Like, that's kind of tripping me out. Like, after everything that I've done to get here, I got here, and the next part could be the last part. It will be the last part. And that's crazy. Making it through the last part means that I'm pregnant and that I will have a baby by the end of the year. You know how quick a year goes by? Like, that blows my mind. That not only will I be pregnant this year, but I will have a child by the end of the year. That's nuts. And I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Like, I've wanted this, and I do want this. This is like there isn't anything else that I want more. Okay? In life. Truly, there isn't. But what the fuck am I gonna do? Yeah, I like those kinds of thoughts are like hitting me. Like, okay, you asked for it, you cried about it, you prayed about it, you wished for it, you fought for it, you're gonna get it. And so get ready. But yeah. So I'm on just 2 milligrams